Simple lines, timeless style. This car differs from the Ferrari 12-Cilindri in the boldly expressive character created by the two buttresses at the rear, behind which an element with a black screen effect is set. The crease lines evident on the buttresses clearly echo the motif of the flank, accentuating the expressiveness of the design of these elements. Set into the flank is a quarter light in back-painted polycarbonate. The front has lost certain signature elements of many other Ferraris, such as the traditional elongated form of the headlights and mouth-shaped grille, in favor of geometries and intersections innate to the car's design. The headlights are integrated into a single wraparound band, from which the DRLs emerge like blades. At the rear of the Ferrari 12-Cilindri Spider, rigor is the order of the day with the shape obtained by the subtraction of volume. Consistent with the front of the car, the taillights are set into a blade that traverses the entire rear section, and also provides what is possibly the Ferrari 12-Cilindri Spider's real signature theme, demonstrating once again how cleverly the Ferrari Styling Center's designers are able to meld technical and functional demands with beauty. Steering wheel. The car sports the capacitive steering wheel seen on all of the latest models in the range, featuring the indented buttons for ease of use. This means that command activations are more precise, instant and intuitive, even in sporty driving conditions. The Ferrari 12-Cilindri Spider comes with Apple CarPlay registered trademark and Android Auto registered trademark-based mobile connectivity systems as standard, both easily controlled from the new central display. A wireless charging mat on the central tunnel, as standard, makes phone charging simple too. Human-machine interface. The Ferrari 12-Cilindri Spider introduces a new human-machine interface, HMI, comprising 3 displays that raise the Ferrari 512 Berlinetta onboard experience to new heights. All of the main functions can be controlled from the central 10.25 touchscreen capacitive display within reach of both driver and passenger. This is flanked by a 15.6 driver display showing all of the driving and vehicle dynamics information. Lastly, the passenger is always completely involved in the driving experience thanks to an 8.8 display. Dual cockpit. The interior style takes its inspiration from the Prancing Horse's dual cockpit architecture. The Ferrari 12-Cilindri Spider's cabin has an almost symmetrical structure comprising 2 modules for driver and passenger, and offering an astonishing standard of comfort and involvement in the driving experience. The upper section features 2 distinct binnacles dedicated to the driver and passenger instrumentation and to the climate control vents. A deftly elegant color and material change draws the eye to the 2 volumes separated by the body of the dash, which seem almost to float, further enhancing the feeling of lightness in this area. Cooling layout. The cooling requirements of the engine and ancillaries demanded a redesign of the car's entire cooling system, which resulted in front underbody evacuation being optimized. The space between the longitudinal elements of the chassis house the engine coolant radiator and aircon circuit condenser, while the oil radiator has been split into 2 and lies ahead of the front wheels. Downforce through the underbody. The profile of the louve's in the central opening of the underbody minimize the impact of the hot air, which is not highly energized. The downforce on the front is generated by 3 pairs of vortex generators optimized in the wind tunnel. In line with Ferrari's philosophy of transferring innovations from the racing world to the road-going sports cars, the engineers designed an air inlet near the outer edge of the rear fence to provide ventilation for the silencer's electronics. Tail. An aerodynamic passage has been created in the front trim panel of the humps to facilitate the flow of fluid to the tail of the car, aiding recompression and reducing the amount of air circulating in the passenger compartment. In parallel, the vertical profile on the outside of the aerodynamic passage is tasked with directing the air to the tail section correctly, all promoting efficiency and stabilization of the flow. The aerodynamics kick in. Aerodynamic load-generating flaps have been introduced on the rear of the Ferrari 12-Cilindri Spider, permitting 2 different configurations: low drag, LD, and high downforce, HD. In the LD position, the flaps are flush with the bodywork, so that the air runs over it uninterrupted, making them invisible to the flow. This configuration is retained until a speed of 60 km and over 300 km per h. In between these 2 speeds, movement depends on the car's longitudinal and lateral acceleration. In high-performance handling and braking situations, the flaps go into HD configuration, generating maximum downforce.